Or the numbers random. Yeah, the numbers are random. If you track the actual 1,000 numbers, you'll see that. You can get a pair, like a 38 pair, not fall for 128 days. That tells you that these numbers are random. There's no one system or method or anything that's going to tell you what numbers fall in the next day. It's impossible in my book to know out of 1,000 numbers what number going to fall the next day. The only thing, like I say, is working with the law of average, seeing what numbers are left, lessen the pools or the combination of numbers that you have to play from, because you playing off of what numbers that haven't failed, which have been very beneficial to me as a strategy. And once you start learning that strategy and building a strategy and a skill set to based off the law of average, because uh, the numbers take 3 years. Those 1,000 numbers from the rotate out take about 3 years. Like you say, 1, 2, 3. You know, 1, 2, 3 can come 6 different ways, and it might only come out one of those two times one of those ways in a year out of the 1,000 numbers, and that's 720 of them. And doubles, you only got them to do that, and this 270 of them to do 3 years out of rotation, because you're only going to get a third of those 1,000 numbers every year. So, like I say, to me, it's impossible to know what number coming each every day. Then they say, well, one of the numbers that played the day before will show up on the next day draw. That ain't telling you nothing. You only got 9 numbers. Quite naturally, one of the numbers going to show up the next day. You only got, well, 10 rather, 0 to 9. Quite naturally, out of 10 numbers, one of them going to show up in one of the drawings next day. That ain't telling you nothing. What's going to tell you something is what the actual 1,000 numbers are doing. That's the only way. I can't beat that horse enough. That's the only way you're going to know. Only way you're going to know is when the last time a pair failed, or on strategy number 2. What digit fell in what place on strategy number 3 that's left? What in the front pair and back pair? When the last time a front pair of a number or back pair of a number you plan to play failed that's left? Like in Illinois, I know that the 8 front pair ain't failed. How long it's been since the 8? Well, I know it ain't failed at all from tracking, and I know the 2 back pair ain't failed from tracking. That's a strategy. And also, I know that the 2 8 pair ain't failed in 100 days. So my number to play right now is 828 in Illinois evening draw, and 822. See what I'm saying? I know why I'm playing my numbers, and if it other than that come, I know why it came. See what I'm saying? People, strategy and skill set. A real strategy, a real skill set that you ain't gonna see with no rundown. You ain't gonna see with no tic-tac-toe. You ain't gonna see with no date sum. You ain't gonna see with no root sum. You ain't gonna see with mirroring and flipping numbers. Or you just ain't gonna see it. Okay? So I don't know if I expressed this stuff enough to you. 30 years, I'm telling you, get off of those tic-tac-toe, date sum, grids, root sums, mirrors, and flips, and start tracking the actual numbers in your own state. All right, family. Play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. And if you're tracking, you'll soon be packing to Lucky Town. And like I always say, OPPB, be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with a budget. And remember, time is on your side if you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, because you know what's going on with them. You ain't going to be bouncing on and off the numbers. If you know a 38 ain't failed in 128 days, that's going to tell you you can't just be bouncing on and off of all the numbers. If you know 7s ain't played with no number in 2 months, so anything you played with a 7 in it ain't showed up in 2 months. That's the real deal, and I ain't Holyfield. All right, family. Play them till they come. Blessings, everybody. Did this close out?